Hello friends and welcome back to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World, where we are continuing the 1970 Chicago Cubs replay using Fall Classic Baseball. And don't forget to check out channel membership on my channel. The link to find out all the information is in the description for this video. You get free stuff, you get discounts, you get a World Series replay every month, you get other sim specials, baseball sim specials that are member exclusives, and I'm adding stuff all the time. There's quite an archive developing in case you want to check that out. Today we are up to May 4th. May the 4th be with you. 1970, and the Cubs are in the final leg of a 8-game road trip that started with them getting swept by the Pirates for 3, and they ended up going 1-2 in Atlanta against the Braves. The bullpen has been the problem, and so we'll see if they can right the ship here in this last series of the road trip against the Houston Astros. 2-game series for the Cubs in Houston, and then they head home to start a homestand against the very tough 1970 Cincinnati Reds. The pitchers in today's game will be Bill Hands for the Cubs against Jim Bouton for the Houston Astros. A pair of right-handers on the mound today. Hands is 2-1 so far in the replay. The Cubs, as a team, are 10-10, 4 games behind their real-life record. But the good news is they're only 2 games out of first place at this point. So yeah, with all that said, let's see if they can get the road trip turned around a little bit here in Houston before heading home to start a homestand, a much-needed homestand. Bill Hands, Jim Bouton on the mound today. Let's get to today's starting lineups. For the Cubs, leading off at shortstop, it's Don Kessinger. Batting second at second base, Glenn Beckert. Batting third in left field, Billy Williams. Batting fourth at third base, Ron Santo. Batting fifth in right field, Johnny Callison. Batting sixth at first base, Ernie Banks. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Jim Hickman. Batting eighth, the catcher, J.C. Martin. And batting ninth and on the mound, it's Bill Hands, who went 18-15 in 38 starts with 12 complete games in 1970. For the homestanding Astros, Joe Morgan leads off at second base. Norm Miller bats second in right field. Jimmy Wynn bats third, he'll play center. Bob Watson bats fourth at first base. Dennis Menke bats fifth, he'll play short. Keith Lampert bats sixth, he'll play left field. Doug Rader bats seventh, he'll play third base. Johnny Edwards bats eighth, he'll do the catching. And Jim Bouton is on the mound. He was 29 games for the Astros in 1970. 6 of them were starts. He was 4-6. With no saves. We'll check the stuff everybody has, starting with Bouton. Bouton has C stuff today. Bill Hands has A stuff. Maybe that's a good omen. We'll see. Cubs have to stop the bleeding here in Houston, if at all possible. All right, so there are our cards. Everything is visible. So Kessinger steps in the batter's box against Bouton. And we are underway in Houston. Don Kessinger, does he get hit by a pitch? Nope. It's hit in the air to right field. That's Norm Miller country, and he puts it away for out number 1. We're underway at the Astrodome. Glenn Beckert is up. Bouton kicks and deals. That is going to be a walk to Glenn Beckert. And now Billy Williams. 1 out, 1 on for the Cubs. The pitch to Williams. Base hit for Billy Williams to right field. Beckert is going to go to third, and there's going to be Cubs at the corners in the first inning. Nice start for Chicago. Astros infield plays at double play depth. Out in the stretch, and the pitch to Santo is going to be a ballpark check. Come on, Ronnie, drive one out of here. Let's see what he does. And that's going to be popped up, foul territory. Bob Watson is going to make the play, and there's 2 down. In the Cubs first, and now Callison with a chance for a clutch 2-out RBI. Out in the stretch, and the delivery to Callison, and hey, struck him out. And Bouton was throwing a flutter ball in 1970. That retires the side, so the Cubs threaten in the first but don't score. Here comes Bill Hands to face the Astros, Morgan, Miller, and Wynn in inning number 1. Hands kicks and deals to Joe Morgan. There's a base hit for the Astros second baseman. He's going to try and get the jump and steal a base if he can. Hands' arm is an A, so that makes him 1-2 to not get the jump. He gets the jump. There goes Morgan. The throwdown from J.C. Martin to Don Kessinger is not in time, I don't believe. We'll check Martin's arm. No, not in time. Morgan slides in with a stolen base. He's in scoring position for Norm Miller. Hands the stretch, the delivery to Miller. Does he hit him? He does not hit him. Ground ball, Don Kessinger checks Morgan at second, throws to Banks for the out at first. 1 down in the first. Now it's Jimmy Wynn. Hands the stretch, the delivery to the Astros center fielder. Base hit for Wynn. Morgan's going to challenge Johnny Callison's arm. But Callison is a 3 in right field. Here comes the throw from Callison to J.C. Martin, and they got him at the plate. So Wynn singles to right. Callison charges it in good shape. Rifles it home to J.C. Martin, who applies the tag to Morgan. And there are 2 outs in the Astros first. Wynn still at first. Hands the stretch, the delivery. Hey, struck out Watson on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. We have a scoreless first inning. Astros threaten, so do the Cubs, but nobody scores. Bouton is out for inning number 2. It's Banks, Hickman, and Martin, 6, 7, 8 in the Cubs lineup. Bouton winds and delivers, and this is trouble. Banks gonna get over the head of center fielder Jimmy Wynn. Banks around first. He's got a leadoff double. Now it's Hickman. Out in the stretch. Checks Ernie at second, and that's to left and deep. Keith Lampert doesn't even move. Hickman crushed that one, and it's a 2-0 Cubs lead. Yikes. J.C. Martin at the plate now. Nobody out in the second. The pitch from Bouton. Does he hit him? He does hit him. He just dotted J.C. Martin. Little retaliation for the bomb from Jim Hickman. Here comes Bill Hands. All right, Bouton the pitch. Hands squares to bunt. He strikes out with 2 strikes. Fouls off the strike 2 bunt. And he is retired. Now with Martin still at first, it's Kessinger. Bouton the stretch. The delivery to Don Kessinger is ball 4. 2 on now with 1 out. Astros still playing for a double play. Beckert at the plate. The pitch to Glenn Beckert is ball 4. They're loaded. Bouton seems to be losing control here. Bullpen going to get active for Houston. Jack Billingham starts to throw, the right-hander. Billy Williams at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. The Astros playing for a twin killing. Bouton the stretch, the delivery to the sweet swinger. Base hit for Williams. There's going to be some ribbies. Scoring is Martin. Bill Hands will hold. And it's an RBI single for Billy Williams. I'm sorry. Kessinger will hold. I believe he has average speed. He does. So the bases are still dripping with Cubs. Kessinger at third, Beckert at second, Williams at first. 1 out. 3 in for Chicago. Top of the second. Infield at double play depth. Santo up. The pitch from Bouton. Hey! Struck out Ron Santo. There's out number 2. Now it's Callison. Need a hit from Johnny Callison. The pitch. And ground ball, Bob Watson. He's going to take it unassisted, and the Cubs fail to capitalize more than they do on the Bouton wildness. But they do score 3 on 3 hits, and they leave the bases dripping. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Cubs 3, Astros nothing. Menke, Lampert, and Rader, 5, 6, 7 coming up in the Astros' second inning. Hands kicks and deals to Menke. Base hit for the Astros shortstop to right field. Callison collects it and throws it back in. Leadoff single. Keith Lampert comes up. He's playing left for the Astros today. Hands the stretch and the pitch to Lampert. We have a ballpark check. 5, foul, no. Foul ball. Somebody from Midland, Texas made that play. Now it's Lampert again. Hands the stretch and the pitch to Keith. Base hit for Lampert. Here come the Astros. Menke will stop at second. 2 on with nobody out for Rader. Hands the stretch. The pitch to Doug. Cubs playing for 2. Fly ball center field. Under it is Hickman, and there's 1 down in the Astros second. Johnny Edwards up with Bouton in the on-deck circle. Hands the stretch. The pitch to Johnny Edwards. Base hit for Edwards. Goes to right field. Menke will score. Lampert will go to third. There's Astros at the corners and a 3-1 Cubs lead. All right. So Bouton comes to the plate with Astros at the corners. 1 out. Cubs playing for 2. Bouton squares to bunt. He gets it down. Gloved by Hands. Lampert holds at third. Edwards will move to second base. It's a 1-4 sacrifice for Bouton. 2 outs now, and Morgan up with a chance to tie the game with a base hit. Hands the stretch. The pitch to Joe Morgan. Ground ball, Kessinger. He's up with it and throws to Banks, and Hands gets out of it in the second inning. The Astros get a run. On 3 hits, they leave 2. After 2 innings of play, it's 3-1 Cubs. Bouton up now, back on the bump against Banks, Hickman, and Martin. 5, 6, 7, 8 batters in the Cubs lineup. Third inning, 3-1 Cubs. Pitch to Ernie. Ground ball, Joe Morgan. He's up with it and throws to Watson for out number 1. Jim Hickman at the plate. He homered last inning. The pitch from Bouton. Going to be a range check, but first we have to check for the strikeout. No strikeout. And it's hit to Jimmy Wynn in center field. Is he going to get there? He is a 5. He does not get there. It's a base hit for Hickman. Second hit of the game for Jim. Now it's J.C. Martin. The Astros infield moves to double play depth. The pitch to J.C. Fly ball center field. Jimmy Wynn into right center will make the catch for out number 2. And now it's Hands. 0 for 1 for Bill Hands today. The pitch. Ball 4. 2 on now. Hickman moves to second. Kessinger comes to the plate with 2 outs. Bouton the stretch and the delivery to the Cubs shortstop. Kessinger hits it on the ground to Menke. He's going to go the short way to Morgan, and that's going to retire the Cubs in inning number 3. After 2.5, Cubs 3, Astros 1. Norm Miller, Jimmy Wynn, Bob Watson coming up in the Astros 3rd. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Hands, kicks, and deals. Hey, struck out Norm Miller on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. Here's Wynn. 1 for 1, the pitch. Hey, struck out Jimmy Wynn. Strikeout, number 3 for Hands. He got him on the broccoli cauliflower medley with a little nacho cheese. Yes. Watson's 0 for 1, the pitch from Bill Hands. Is hit on the ground to Ernie Banks. He's going to take it himself, and that will retire the side. We're going to the 4th. After a nice 1-2-3 inning by Hands, his first of the game, we go to the 4th. Cubs 3, Astros 1. Beckert, Williams, and Santo coming up for the Cubs in the 4th. The pitch from Bouton to Beckert. Fly ball left field. That's Keith Lampard near the line, makes the catch for out number 1. Billy Williams, 2 for 2 with a ribby. The pitch to the sweet swinger is a base hit for Billy Williams to right field. Norm Miller collects it and throws it back in. 1 on, 1 out for the Cubs. Here's Santo, 0 for 2. Bouton the stretch. The pitch to Ron Santo, and there's a base hit to center. Drops in front of Wynn. Williams is fast. He's going to go to 3rd. There will be Cubs at the corners with 1 out. Billingham gets to work again in the Astros bullpen. Astros playing for a double play. Here's Callison. Bouton the stretch. The pitch to Callison. Going to be a 54 chart. Is this going to get by everybody? It is. A wild pitch for Bouton. The flutter ball can't be handled by Johnny Edwards. That's going to score Williams from 3rd and advance Santo to 2nd. 4-1 Cubs in the 4th. Bouton the stretch. The pitch to Callison is hit on the ground to Morgan. Morgan gloves it and throws to Watson. Santo will advance to 3rd. And with 2 outs, it'll be Banks. Bouton the stretch. The pitch to Banks is a wild pitch. Scoring will be Santo. A second wild pitch of the inning. 5-1 Cubs. Next delivery to Banks. Fly ball center field. That's Jimmy Wynn, and he's going to make the catch for out number 3. So the Cubs get 2 more runs on 2 hits. After 3.5, it's 5-1 Chicago. Bill Hands will face Menke, Lampert, and Rader in inning number 4 for Houston. Cubs on a 1-5 road trip so far. The pitch from Hands to Menke. Gonna be 4th inning. Base hit for Dennis Menke. 2nd hit of the game. Cubs infield moves to double play depth. Here's Lampert, who's 1 for 1. Hands the stretch. The delivery to Keith Lampert. Chance for a base hit. This will be base hit for Lampert on the infield. Knocked down by Glenn Beckert. It stays on the infield, 2 on with nobody out for Rader. Hands not throwing a masterpiece, but so far he's been getting the job done. All right, Rader 0 for 1. The pitch from Bill Hands. Hey, struck him out on a bender. 4 strikeouts for Hands. There's 1 gone here in the 4th. Johnny Edwards, double play target. The pitch to Edwards. Hey, struck him out. Baked beans. Gas. 2 gone. Now it's Bouton. Do they hit for Bouton here in the 4th, down 4 runs? I'm going to say no. Let's check Bouton's fatigue. He's got 18, 22, 24. Yeah, they're going to hit for him. That's it for Bouton. Billingham will be the new pitcher. But before we concern ourselves with that, let's pick an Astros pinch hitter. They're going to go with John Mayberry. Big John. If he hits a long one, it's 5-4 all of a sudden. Mayberry hitting for Bouton. Bouton went 4 innings. He allowed 7 hits. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4 men. He struck out 3. He allowed 5 runs. They're all earned. He cannot win the game, but he could lose it. Billingham will be the new pitcher in the top of the 5th, but for now it's Mayberry with 2 outs and Menke at 2nd, Lampert at 1st. Hands the stretch and the delivery to Big John. Ground ball. Don Kessinger is going to go the short way to Beckert at 2nd to retire the side, and the Astros are turned away in the 4th inning. Jack Billingham is on to pitch the 5th for the Astros. He will face the bottom 3rd of the Cubs order. It's Hickman, Martin, and Hands. Billingham, 46 games, 24 starts, 8 complete games. He was 13-9 in 1970. All right, so Hickman leads off. 2 for 2 today. The pitch from Billingham to Hickman is going to be we got to check Hickman or Billingham's stuff. He has B stuff. And Billingham will bat 9th in the order. All right, so now it's going to be a range check, but first we have to check the strikeout, and it's not a strikeout. The range check will be to the pitcher. He is a 13. He makes the play and tosses it to Bob Watson for out number 1 in the 5th. Here's J.C. Martin. He got hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Hands is on deck. The pitch to J.C. Martin is ball 4. 1 out, 1 on for the Cubs. Hands comes to the plate. 0 for 1 for the Cubs pitcher. Billingham the stretch, the delivery to Hands. He squares to bunt. He gets it down. No, he doesn't. He pops it up. but Martin gets back. He pops it up to Billingham, who makes the catch, but Martin scrambles back to first, and with 2 outs, he stays at first for Kessinger. Don is 0 for 2. The pitch from Billingham to Kessinger is hit on the ground to Joe Morgan. He's up with it and throws to Bob Watson, and that retires the Cubs in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the, we're halfway through. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and it's 5-1 Chicago. The disastrous part of the road trip has been the bullpen, so we'll see if Hands can get a little bit farther before we worry about that. 32 batters before his fatigue may become an issue. He has faced 18. Morgan up, he's 1 for 2. The pitch to Joe is a ground ball to Glenn Beckert. He throws to Ernie Banks for out number 1. Norm Miller is 0 for 2. The pitch from Hands to Miller. Ground ball Beckert. One more time to his left. He plants. He throws to Banks, and there's 2 gone in the 5th. Here's Jimmy Wynn, 1 for 2. Bill Hands winds and deals. That will be a ground ball to Kessinger. Don's up with it and throws to Banks, and it's a tidy 1-2-3 inning for Bill Hands. We go to the 6th. Cubs 5, Astros 1. Against Jack Billingham in the 6th. For the Cubs, will send Beckert, Williams, and Santo, the 2-3-4 hitters, in Leo DeRocher's lineup. The pitch from Billingham to Beckert is strike 3 swinging. He got him on a bender. 1 down in the Cubs 6th. Billingham to Williams. 3 for 3 for the sweet swinger. Base hit. He's 4 for 4. He's on fire. Left field. Keith Lampard collects it and throws it back in. Here comes Santo, 1 for 3. 1 on, 1 out for the Cubs. Billingham the stretch and the delivery to Ron Santo. Ground ball Morgan. He has no play at second. He turns and throws to Watson at first to retire Santo. Williams advances to second with 2 outs. It's Callison. Billingham the stretch. The pitch to Johnny Callison. Hit to left. Lampard toward the line is going to make the catch, and that retires the Cubs in the 6th. Good chance to get another insurance run, or, as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. But goes by the boards. Bottom of the 6th, Watson, Menke, Lampard, 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Astros coming up. They need some runs. Hands kicks and deals to Bob Watson. And it's not a strikeout. We're going to have an error check. It's going to be an error check for Glenn Beckert at second base. Beckert is an 8. He makes the play to Banks for out number 1. Here's Dennis Menke, 2 for 2 with a run scored. The pitch from Hands to Menke is grounded to Beckert. One more time. Hands has the sinker working. 2 down in the 6th, and now Lampard, who's also 2 for 2. Nobody aboard. Bottom of the 6th, Cubs 5, Astros 1. The pitch from Bill Hands could be a walk. It is not a walk. Lampard gets a piece of this one, grounds it to Banks. He's going to flip it to Bill Hands covering, and that's going to retire the Astros in inning number 6. Hands has retired 9 in a row now. We go to the 7th. It's Cubs 5, Astros 1. Banks, Hickman, and Martin in the Cubs 7th coming. 6, 7, 8 batters. Banks is 1 for 3. The pitch from Billingham. Hey, struck him out on a pork and beans. Gas. 1 down in the 7th. Here's Hickman, 2 for 3. The pitch from Billingham. Line shot at Watson. Bob makes the play in self-defense. There's 2 down. Now it's J.C. Martin 0 for 1. Hands is on deck. The pitch to J.C. is ball 4. Hands comes up now. The lineup will turn over. And, which may become important, Hands is 0 for 2. Billingham the stretch. And the delivery to the Cub pitcher. That's a comebacker. Gloved by Billingham. He turns and throws to Watson. And the side is retired. So Billingham with 3 tidy innings of work is due up 3rd in the inning. Rader, Edwards, and Billingham coming 7, 8, 9 in the bottom of the 7th. Cubs lead 5-1. We're stretching them out at the Astrodome. Hands winds and delivers to Doug Rader. That is a base hit for the Rooster to right field. Callison throws it back in. Leadoff hit for the Astros. Edwards coming to the plate. Moving to the on-deck circle to hit for Billingham is Jesus Alou. Edwards up, Cubs infield playing for 2. The pitch. Ground ball comebacker, gloved by Hands. He goes to Kessinger for 1. The relay to Banks is not in time. Edwards beats the rap at first. Rader is retired 1-6 on the fielder's choice. And now it's going to be Jesus Alou to bat for Billingham. In the Astros bullpen, getting ready to come in the ball game is Jim Ray, right-hander. Alou hit .306 in 1970. 1 out, 1 on for the Astros, bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Cubs. Hands the stretch, the delivery to Jesus Alou. Ground ball, Beckert. Beckert has no play at second. Edwards will slide into second safely. Beckert goes for the out on Alou at first. He throws to Banks, and they get him. Edwards moves up to second base, and now it's Joe Morgan. 2 outs. Edwards in scoring position. Morgan is 1 for 3. Hands the stretch and the delivery to Joe Morgan. Ground ball, Banks. He's going to take it himself, and that's going to retire the Astros in inning number 7. So they threaten but don't score. We go to the 8th with your score. Cubs 5, Astros 1. Jack Billingham is done after 3 innings of work. Jim Ray will be the new pitcher. He will bat in the 9 spot in the order. He was in 52 games, 2 of them starts in 1970. He threw 105 innings. He was 6-3 with 5 saves. Don Kessinger will lead off against him, then Beckert, and then sweet swinging Billy Williams, who is on absolute fire. He has 10 hits in the last 3 games. Kessinger 0 for 3. Ray, let's check his stuff. He has A stuff. Dealing with Kessinger in the top of the 8th. The pitch is ball 4. Kessinger is on. Cubs would love an insurance run. Ray the stretch, the delivery, and there goes Kessinger. The hit and run is on. Ground ball, Doug Rader to his left, gloves it, plants, throws to Watson, and that retires Beckert as Kessinger moves to second base. Now it's Billy Williams. There's the camera. Williams is 4 for 4. The pitch to Billy. Line shot caught by... Who is it caught by? Caught by Joe Morgan. No, line out to the pitcher. Line out to the pitcher. Line out caught by Jim Ray. 2 down, and now it's Santo. Kessinger scrambles back to second. Ray the stretch, the delivery to Santo, and there's ball 4. 2 on with 2 outs, and the Cub 8th. They're leading 5-1. Callison comes up. He's 0 for 4. Ray the stretch, the pitch to the Cubs right fielder. He struck him out on the baked beans. Gas. 8th inning is in the books for the Cubs. We played 7.5 in the game. 5-1 Chicago. Bottom of the 8th coming, and here's where all the trouble starts. So, Hands has faced 28 batters. He can do 32 before fatigue becomes an issue. Joe Decker is throwing in the Cubs bullpen. All right, Miller up 0 for 3. The pitch from Hands to Miller. Hey, struck him out. Pork and beans. Gas. That is strikeout number 6 for Bill Hands. He has allowed 2, 4, 6, 8 hits, all of them singles. He hasn't walked anybody. He has struck out 6. 1 runner has crossed the pay station. It was earned. He's 5 outs from another victory. That would make him 3-1 on the season. The pitch from Hands to Wynn. Jimmy Wynn hits it to center. Not deep. Jim Hickman is there, and there's 2 down. Bob Watson is 0 for 3. The pitch from Watson. From Hands to Watson. Hey, struck him out on a bender. That's going to retire the side in the 8th. We go to the 9th with your score. Cubs 5, Astros 1. Jim Ray is out for inning number 2. He can face 12 before fatigue is an issue for him. Banks is 1 for 4. He's at the plate. He'll be followed by Hickman and then Martin. All right. Ray kicks and deals to the Cub first baseman. Banks hits it on the ground to Rader by the bag. He fires to Watson at first, and there's 1 down. Hickman 2 for 4. The pitch to him is a base hit for Jim Hickman. That's to center field. Jim Wynn collects it and throws it back in. We're going to get maybe a runner for Hickman. Yes, we are. It's going to be Cleo James. And James will likely go in to play center field in the bottom of the 9th. 1 out, 1 on for the Cubs. J.C. Martin at the plate. Cleo James working on his lead. Let's see. Ray has a weak arm. He is a right-handed pitcher. No jump on a 1. He gets the jump. There goes James. The throwdown from Edwards to Menke is in time. They shoot down Cleo James trying to steal second. Yikes. 2 outs now. Martin still at the plate. Ray's delivery to him. Jim Ray gets Martin to bounce to first. Bob Watson gloves it and takes it himself to the bag, and that retires the Cubs in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Cubs 5, Astros 1. Cleo James is the new center fielder. Bill Hands is out to try and finish the job. Joe Decker is ready in the Cubs bullpen. 28, 29, 30, 31. Hands is almost in the fatigue zone. Menke, Lampert, and Rader coming up for Houston in inning number 9. The pitch to Dennis Menke could be a walk and is not a walk. Menke grounds it to Santo at third, to his left. Gloves it, throws to Banks, and there's out number 1 in the Astros 9th. Hands is 2 outs away from a very big victory for this ball club. Lampert is up. He's 2 for 3. The pitch could be an error check. It's going to be an error check. 51 be a grounder to Kessinger. Don Kessinger's error number is a 6. And he makes the play to Banks for out number 2. That makes Doug Rader the last chance saloon. Johnny Edwards is in the on-deck circle. The pitch from Hands to Rader. Hey, struck him out for strikeout number 8 and a punctuation mark on the victory for the Chicago Cubs. Let's do the totals. All right, for the victorious and visiting Chicago Cubs, 5 runs, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hits, and they committed no errors. The Astros, 1 run, 8 hits, and they committed no errors, but they gave up a ton of walks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 walks plus a hit batter. Bill Hands is the winner. He runs his record to 3-1. Jim Bouton takes the loss. The Cubs as a team are now 11-10. Game 2 and the final game of the series will take place here next week. The opposing pitchers will be Larry Dierker for the Astros, and he will be opposed by Fergie Jenkins for the Chicago Cubs. Thank you for being with me. Don't forget to check out channel membership. Follow the link in the description for this video. Have a great evening. So long, everybody.